CBS 2 News starts now.
Taking a live look out across the Treasure Valley, we have some clouds forming over downtown Boise.
Yeah, not much happening with them right now, but Roland is keeping us in the know about what could happen soon. Roland?
There is a lot that's happening right now in the mountains just north of the Treasure Valley, guys, where we have a flash flood watch, which is in effect right now for those mountainous areas. So let's take a look at the Doppler radar. What we're seeing here is a cluster of thunderstorms located out here by Glenn's Ferry, then this little thunderstorm coming up from Hawaii approaching Mountain Home. But you see that right there, that skinny little line, that is what we call a outflow boundary, or a little microburst wind that's working its way from the south to the north, and that could trigger some gusty winds here in the valley itself. Now let's go to the mountainous areas just to the north. There's Boise County, Elmore County, Valley County up here to the north, and so right around just areas north of Idaho City, up toward Loman, not far from Garden Valley, and approaching Cascade and Long Valley. This is a cluster of thunderstorms, and the primary concern is for the mountains. A flash flood watch I'll get to in just a second. First of all, a red flag warning is in effect for all of the I-84 corridor. This is until midnight tonight for the potential for thunderstorms and gusty winds as high as 60 miles per hour. Now to the watch area we go. That's for the mountainous areas north of the Treasure Valley. That is in effect this evening for pockets of thunderstorms that could generate heavy rains and the potential for flash flooding and any low-lying creeks and streams, or especially over burn scars like the Wapiti Fire burn scar. That could really be just a nightmare situation where you get a big downpour and that soil is very loose, not being held back by vegetation, and it comes sliding downhill. So please be careful with that. All of this is being driven by a low that's moving up from the south, and it's being fed by monsoon moisture coming up from the south as well. Most of the action is going to be happening through the evening hours. Some areas will get hit hard, some areas hardly get hit. That's just the nature of thunderstorms. Just know the potential is there. And in the morning we start at 64 degrees. In the afternoon it will be cooler at 90 degrees under sunny to partly cloudy skies. Tonight is the night to keep an eye on the sky and maybe just batten down patio umbrellas and things of that nature that can have a tendency of getting blown around. Janae?
The Rock Creek fire in Malheur County, Oregon, forcing evacuations. The Danner Road and Danner Loop area. Evacuees meeting at Lyons Hall in Jordan Valley, and the rodeo grounds are open to board livestock. To make arrangements, call the Malheur County Dispatch. This fire is still pretty much out of control, scorching an area 5 times the size of Ontario.
The Striker fire east of Murphy, now over 6,000 acres. Public lands at the Rabbit Creek off-highway vehicle parking area in Owyhee County are closed off to allow crews space to fight the flames. As of this afternoon, BLM officials say crews are putting up containment lines and attacking flare-ups. They say they expect to have the flames contained by 8 tonight. Stage 1 fire restrictions are going into effect tonight for our national forests here in South Idaho. That means no wood, charcoal, or brisket-fueled fires outside of the Forest Service or BLM fire pits, and no smoking outdoors. Officials say they're seeing a lot of human-caused fires so far this season. They hope the restrictions will lower the chances of any fires getting out of hand.
The Basque President in Boise to enjoy Jaialdi, and stopping at the Capitol to meet with the Idaho Governor, Brad Little.
A public display of the ties between our state and the Basque Country. Joel Hroma is here with more of what they had to say. Joel?
We've reached the halfway point of the week of Jaialdi, and Governor Little welcomes the Lehendakari Imano Pradales, the president of the Basque government, expressing gratitude for the bond Idaho and the Basque Country share.
And I am very proud to be the governor to welcome the Lehendakari and all our Basque friends from all over the world to Boise for this great festival.
Speaking in Basque, English, and Spanish, the relationship between the two countries, Pradales talking about a meeting he had with the governor and about a relationship between the two communities and ways their interests align.
cultural, academic, economic, scientific, and so on, that exist and may exist between Idaho and the Basque Country also in the new times for the future, for tomorrow.
Governor Little, like many state officials before him, has long supported the Basque community, most recently declaring the week of Jaialdi Basque Week in Idaho. The Lehendakari also made sure to mention that the Littles are experts in calimochos. In studio, I'm Joel Hiromo reporting.
As Jaialdi brings together Basques from around the world, we're looking back at a woman who brought the community together week after week. Janae shares how this legendary lady kept the Basque culture alive while also nurturing its proud growth.
Yeah, Espe Alegria wasn't just a radio host. She was a cultural lifeline, a voice of her people, preserving and promoting the language, supporting new immigrants, and helping the Boise Basque community grow, connect, and thrive even now.
You are listening to the Basque Hour, KBOI in Boise, Idaho, every Sunday at this hour.
The voice of the Basques, Espe Alegria, a local Basque and broadcast legend, hosting the Basque language radio show from 1955 to 1981.
You knew when she was working.
Recording the weekly episodes at home.
It was always shh.
Even with grandkids like Sarah Artis present.
She had a large archive of Basque albums.
Sharing Basque music.
Nobody had that in America.
They love to hear the music. I think they listen to it for the music, but they listen to the information.
News and social updates.
Dedicado hau Eugenio eta Maria Dominga Mingori.
And personalized content.
Solamente una vez.
Like this girl singing to her grandfather. And messages for her own family.
You would hear her in Euskera wish you a happy birthday. And it was such an exciting moment to be on the radio and have your grandma play a song for you.
The show, a lifeline for isolated Basque sheep herders.
The shepherds would listen to the radio program and be able to stay connected to Boise and to the homeland.
But most of the audience, Euskera-speaking Americans and new immigrants. As Dave Laciando remembers.
There was a great deal of pride that you had a program in your language.
Espe's voice echoing across the western states from Canada to Mexico.
She was a pioneer.
Cheryl A. Stryker, head archivist at Boise State University, oversees special collections like Espe's.
It's small, but it's a rich collection.
It includes the passport she used to enter the U.S. from the Basque Country.
Something you would never find anywhere else.
In 1925.
I remember all during that trip was that I was seasick.
At 18.
And coming by train from New York to Boise, I didn't know a word of English.
Article clippings.
These are where you can really see what she did in the Boise community. Certificate for a cultural achievement.
And pictures.
See Espe across her life.
Former BSU archivist Erin Pacell-Stoddard collecting much of it.
Oh, I love it. That's my favorite picture of her.
An Espe enthusiast since researching her in 2010.
She was just this amazing person.
Speaking with her daughter Rosita.
They ran off to Santa Ana, California, and then came back and said, guess what, we're married.
And learning of Espe's advocacy and outreach far beyond the airwaves as a naturalized citizen.
What part of society didn't she try to help amplify?
Working with government agencies as one of the only people in the area to speak, read, and write in English, Euskera, and Spanish.
She helped people through immigration. She would go to hospitals and with court cases, helped people with translation.
And the only woman in the Society of Mutual Security, offering members medical and financial support.
She was a very strongly, like if you hear her voice, it's like you can picture her dealing with all of these different situations in a very male-dominated place in society.
And at the same time,
she just was a really easygoing, light spirit.
She just wanted to help people, and maybe they'd give her like a leg of lamb or something, you know, but what an amazing life.
All the nice things people have done for me, all my life seems like it's been just really good.
And her legacy lives on.
Still to this day, when people find out that I am Espe Alegria's granddaughter, they're like, "Oh, Espe, good woman."
And Sarah's living up to that legacy, her family's former matriarch's legacy, cultivating pride, creating community, and spreading Basque culture in the next generation as a director of Boisico Ikastola. But kids don't have to be Basque to attend this one-of-a-kind preschool.
Can't begin to tell you how many people they just love once they've come to our school and we've introduced them to our traditions, that they have become full-blown involved on the Basque block and come to our festivals and donate their time and become part of our family and maybe even fake a little bit that they might be Basque.
Tomorrow, I take you inside the schoolhouse, attending a class unlike any other in the world, the only one outside the Basque community, right here in Boise, thanks partly to Espe's efforts. Learn why you may want to enroll your kid, even if you aren't of Basque blood. Patching up a sinkhole